Hello and welcome to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes Grand Arena Championships Season 15, Week 2, Round 3. My name is Boma Fett. I'm currently 5-0 and in the championship game for this round. Let's take a look at who my opponent is. Darkwolf. Let's go to the hotbot for a quick comparison. Alright, here on the hotbot you can see a lot of green on my side, but there is an important area of red over here on Darkwolf's side, and a little bit of red down here at the bottom. So let's zoom in and take a closer look. Alright, here in the GAC stats you can see that my statistics are significantly higher than Darkwolf's. I've got double the current score, I've got nearly double the lifetime banners, nearly double the best score. He has not once ever gone undersized. He's only got 2 full clears ever. He does have 334 defends though, compared to 325 wins. Now what you might think this means is that Darkwolf doesn't play GAC very often, but to have this many defends, he has to play. So what this ratio is telling me is that he doesn't care about winning. He doesn't care about winning battles, he doesn't care about winning matches. He cares about screwing his opponent. He plays a screw you defense. He puts all his best stuff on defense, and you just aren't going to clear it. That's what he wants. He just doesn't want you to clear his defense. He's not going to clear your defense either, but he doesn't care. And I looked at the GAC history, and I confirmed that this is exactly what Darkwolf does. He puts his Jedi Knight Revan, his Darth Revan, his Padme, his CLS Han and Chewie, his Emperor Palpatine and Vader, his Sith Triumvirate, all on defense. His top 5 or 6 squads all go on defense. It's really frustrating to play against a player who plays like this, because there's no reason to. There's absolutely no reason to. You get better rewards by getting more banners. So even if you're going to lose, you should try and get as many banners as you can in the loss. Instead, what he's doing is he's going to lose just as much, but he's not going to get any banners for it. It's just screwing himself as well as screwing his opponent. I don't get it. Here in the roster summary, you can see that Darkwolf has a higher galactic power than I have, about 200,000 more. He has a higher top 80 and top 65, and a higher character and ship GP than I have. He also has more Zetas than I have, 100 to 96. I do have a slight speed advantage, but it's very, very small. I also have a couple more Gear 13 characters. However, Darkwolf has more than double the number of Gear 12 characters as I have, 51 to 24. We each have 92 characters, Gear 11 and above, so fairly even in terms of our rosters. The mod analysis shows that I have 30 more 6-dot mods, and as you might expect from my speed advantage above, I do have a few more mods with high-speed secondaries. This is not a huge advantage though if you look at the numbers. Additionally, Darkwolf has more mods with high offensive secondaries. In the relic summary, you can see that even though I have a couple more relic characters, he has more total relic levels. Now surprisingly, that's not because he has a bunch of tier 7s, it's because most of his characters are relic 4 and 5. So when he relics a character, he takes them up to those mid-relic levels, whereas I tend to leave more relic characters at relic 1 to 3. In the meta characters, you can see that neither one of us has a Galactic Legend or Jedi Knight Luke. However, Darkwolf also does not have General Skywalker or Darth Malak. In the key characters, you can see that he does not have Wat Tambor, and his Emphis Nest is only Gear 1 4 stars. And here in the important ships, you can see that while he has a 6-star negotiator, he does not have the Malevolence. So let's go back to the game and take a closer look at Darkwolf's roster. Here you can see that in the arena, Darkwolf uses a Jedi Revan with C-3PO comp. So that's an interesting comp, but it does okay for him. 186 is not bad in the arena. and he's using a Thrawn fleet in the fleet arena, even though he has that 6-star negotiator. Here is Darkwolf's relic characters. You can see a bunch of rebels here. So we've got Captain Han, Chewbacca, CLS. We've got Rebel Officer Leia, we've got Lando, we've got Wampa and Wedge. So clearly Darkwolf is going for Jedi Knight Luke. Alright, so we're going to go in and look at the board in just a moment. We'll check and see if Darkwolf actually plays the way that I think he plays, based on GAC history and the Hotpot. I think that you can expect to see most of those relic characters and or a lot of the Gear 12s on defense. What did I do on defense? I kept my defense exactly the same. I probably could have saved more for offense, but I didn't. Okay, so my defense is exactly the same as last round. That should save me just enough for offense. So as expected, Darth Revan, Palpatine Invader, the Sith Triumvirate, and we have a Bosk squad. That's kind of a throwaway squad. On the bottom, Jedi Revan, CLS, and Padme. So I am going to make my plan, and then I will come back on my phone and make my attacks. Okay, so when I switched over to my phone, unfortunately, the sound stopped recording. I have no idea why. I was using the same setup I was using before, but it just didn't record. So for these first few battles, you're going to get commentary after the fact. So I apologize for that, but what can I do? So I first went after the Padme squad. You'll notice that this Padme squad, number 1, Padme is Gear 12, but number 2, there's no Jedi Knight Anakin. So I usually use my Jedi Revan against Padme squads, but in this case, without the threat of Anakin in there, I decided to take my Sith Triumvirate. Now my Sith Triumvirate is all Gear 11, so they're a bit under-geared, and normally when people take Sith Triumvirate against Padme, they take in Thrawn instead of Scion, but again, without Jedi Anakin in there, I didn't think that was necessary. So I put the Isolate on Kenobi, and then my goal is to get rid of Padme. She's the one that gives the courage, so if I can get rid of her, there's no more courage out there, and that's their offense. Without the courage, the other two do not hit very hard. So you can see I just keep working down on Padme. I'm not doing much damage here either, but I'm close to Annihilate now. My next turn for Nihilus, I will have Annihilate. The Isolate comes up again for Traya, and I'm debating putting it on Padme here, but I decide that I'll just keep it on Kenobi because I'm about to get the Annihilate with Nihilus, and I'll just Annihilate Padme. So there's the Isolate on Kenobi. I Annihilate Padme, but look at how many stacks of courage R2 has now. That's a problem. And there goes Traya. But now he's under 5 stacks of courage. You need 5 stacks of courage in order to do the extra damage. 4 stacks of courage sitting there will do nothing. So they'll pound away on Scion. It doesn't matter, he's got held by hatred. If they kill him, he will revive. They stunned Nihilus, again, not that big a deal. This is going to work, it's just going to take some time. We're waiting for another Annihilate. On the next turn for Nihilus, we'll Annihilate Kenobi. So here it is. Boom. Doesn't matter that he had foresight. I did Held by Hatred again because I was dumb. I didn't need to. And And one more attack should get rid of R2. There we go. So only 48 banners, which isn't good, but I was trying to save all of my best squads because I expected there to be something really good in the back, and we've got all these other really good squads. So next up is the CLS squad, and you will notice that this is CLS, Chewbacca, and C-3PO. There's no Han Solo here. So again, this is still a really good squad. But again, it's not quite as good as it could be. But I take in my Padme squad. I use this a lot as a CLS counter because it can withstand all of the assisting and the counter-attacking that rebels do. Anytime the opponents attack out of turn, Padme squads gain some protection up, and so they are able to tank out and resist that extra offense that the rebels get. So of course I want to go after Chewbacca. Now, with no Han Solo in there, only one character gets guard, and in this case it's on CLS. I do the protection up so that I can get some courage. Do a kick to the face and stun Chewbacca. Now, Shock T is getting pretty low here. But there we get the heal. And now we're after CLS. More protection up. Almost got CLS down. You'll notice that Shock T has 20 stacks of courage. And there we go, 51 banners. Again, not the greatest banners, but I'm not that worried about banners, because I know that Darkwolf did not leave enough for offense to get through my defense. It's interesting, actually, his strategy, you can kind of see it on this screen here. Each of these squads is missing a major damage dealer. So this Jedi Knight Revan squad is missing Grandmaster Yoda. The Padme squad didn't have Jedi Knight Anakin, the CLS squad didn't have Han Solo, and this squad doesn't have Grandmaster Yoda. So he saved those three characters for offense, but what squad is he going to put them on? Is he going to put them together on offense? That doesn't make any sense. So it's kind of an iffy strategy, in my opinion. Okay, so I take in my General Skywalker, which probably was a little overkill, but I like Skywalker against Jedi Revan because he does not allow revives. So that basically neuters Jolee. Jolee's useless. Now Revan does still get Savior, so we see the Savior there. But once I kill either Revan or Bastila, they can't be revived. So I just ignore Jolee. Now Revan's gone. Jolee can try to bring him back, it won't help. We switch over to Bastila. There goes Bastila. And there goes Jolee. So again, only 51 banners, which is not great, but that's okay. So we're going to see who's in the back. So in the back, we have a JTR squad, leftover bounty hunters, a Night Sister squad, and an unusual Karth squad. So I took a break, and then I came back after the break, and I attacked up front. Okay, so I'm back, and I've got my recording fixed, so you should be hearing me live now. I'm going to go up top here, and I'm going to try an experiment here against Darth Revan. I'm going to go with my Palpatine, Vader, Palpatine, Vader, and Thrawn. You can see that I've got 2 Gear 12 characters plus Vader at Gear 13. Okay, so there are 2 reasons I'm doing this. Number 1, without Malik on the other squad, I should be able to gain turn meter. Number 2, with the speed bonuses, my Vader should go first. Alright, so my fingers are crossed. Here we go. Alright, normally I would do a Force Crush first and then do Merciless, but Darth Revan's squad, when they get debuffs on them, it gives them additional speed. So I'm going to go Merciless first, then I'm going to do the Force Crush. Oh, and they had the Foresight, which means that they didn't get debuffs on them. Well, that may have been a mistake. Let's hope I get the ability blocks. Nope. Go ahead and throw this here. It wasn't enough. We'll Fracture. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and quit. Darn it. So what do I have that can take out his Darth Revan? I don't know if I have anything. I've got my own Darth Revan. I think that's about all I've got. Well, I do have my Jedi Revan. I was going to use Jedi Revan against his Palpatine Vader squad, but maybe I can use my Darth Revan there. We'll go Jedi Revan here. Okay, here we go. I'm going to mark Bastila. We'll call Yoda to assist. Call Yoda to assist. Okay, Basti's gone. Oh, but so is Yoda. Darn, 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 darn. Of course, you can't call assists against Revan, which I forgot. We're going to go ahead and go after this Palpatine squad. With our own Darth Revan. Put the fear on Vader. Okay, 53. I'm going to take a short break and I will come back. Okay, I'm kind of kicking myself because if I had done those battles in the other order, I would have defeated them. Jedi Revan would have taken out Bastila, and then Vader could have come in and laid the dots and gotten rid of Revan. But now, I'm not sure what to do. I've got, I think Han and Chewie on the shoot first might be able to take Revan out, but if they don't, then I think that that fails. I also wanted to use Han and Chewie to shoot first to stun Traya. But I guess that doesn't really matter because Traya dispels things anyhow. So the stun wouldn't really hold on her. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Kira, Han, and Chewie against Darth Revan. This seems questionable at best. We'll give it a try. Oh, no assisting against Darth Revan. What am I thinking? Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. I am an absolute idiot. And you can't stun him, can you? Oh my gosh. What a freaking moron. What a moron. Okay, I'm going to flip to the back zone. We'll clear this back zone, and I think we'll call it good. We're going against the Night Sisters. We're going to use our Kylo Ren Unmasked squad. I can't believe I didn't remember that you can't assist against Darth Revan. It's unbelievable. Got some protection up. $54 banners. Okay, so I want to clear this zone, but I do want to try and save whatever I have left that's good to go back up to that front zone and try and clear it. So against this Karth squad, I'm going to try my own Karth. Karth, Mission, and Zalbar. I'm under-geared. I'm gear 11 and 10. He's gear 12. So this may not work. I may be giving away banners here, but I'm going to try it. Well, well, it looks like this is working. It's all about team comp. Mission and Zalbar are really good together. And we've got banner recovery and back up to 53 banners. Okay, against this thermal squad, I'm going to take my leftover bounty hunters against his leftover bounty hunters. Ability blocks, excellent. Throw out the thermals, excellent. Pop Greedo. This Battle of the Thermals. All right, here we go. 51 banners. I'm going to go back up here. I'm going to try and go after the Sith Triumvirate with Rex, Fives, and Echo. There's a lot of assisting on this squad. And I believe even when he's isolated, Fives will sacrifice. Yeah. Okay. Goodbye, Scion. Goodbye, Nihilus. Goodbye, Treya. I wonder if my Geonosians can beat these bounty hunters. Let's do that. Okay, we're going to have to work our way through Bosk. Try big hit. Try big hit over here. Okay, that's one death for him. We need to get it back on Bosk before he heals up. Let's go ahead and heal our own team. Let's get rid of Boba. Okay, 51 banners. I'm going to actually take a break. I'm going to check Darth Revan's cooldowns on my recording, and then I will come back. So after the break, again, my sound stopped recording. So this is again voiceover after the fact. And what I discovered when I looked back at my recording of the battle was that Darth Revan had just used his fear, but he was set up to use his shock. So I took in a burner squad so that I could get Darth Revan to use his shock, and that way I could go in with another squad and both his fear and shock would be on cooldown. And at this point, using a burner squad wasn't going to cost me any more banners. So I took in these 3 throwaway characters, and Darth Revan threw them away. But now his shock and his fear are both on cooldown. I have 1 squad left that I think could have a chance, and that's CLS, C-3PO, and Chewie. I honestly did not expect this to work, because, again, this is a squad that calls a lot of assists, and you can't assist against Darth Revan. HK goes first, and I get 2 big counterattacks, and he's almost dead. So there we go, HK's gone. And now we get a counterattack against Revan, he's almost gone. And there he goes. So it did work. 23 banners. I was kind of amazed. I did not expect that to work at all. Now in the ships, I was expecting his negotiator, but instead we've got Tarkin and Bugs, and we've got a Home 1 fleet with the wrong Millennium Falcon. So now we have this Jedi training ray, and I had no idea if I had anything left that could beat this. I did have my own Jedi training ray, but I decided to get a little experimental. So I took in Dooku, Sith Trooper, and Sith Assassin. I didn't know if this could win. It was just a shot in the dark, but I thought, you know, I've got these Sith. Let me give them a try. So we try and get a stun here from Dooku, and I got the stun on Finn, but not on BB-8. Sith Assassin, I got up to gear 10 recently, but I have never used on offense. I don't know the kit, so I was just reading what the different things do. Trying to go after BB-8 as much as possible. That was kind of a mistake there. Now I've got 2 stealth characters, and I've left Red out in the open, and Red is not a tank. This Sith Trooper is not like the other Sith Trooper. So I'm going to lose Red. And Red is a lot of the offense for this squad. So, not a good plan. So, I realize my mistake, and I don't take Dooku invisible this time. I go ahead and keep Sith Trooper invisible, because then Sith Trooper hits under protection, but now Dooku's dead. And because I'm ability blocked, I don't get the big hit from Red. So this is just not going well at all. At this point, I should just quit. But I didn't. So now I do. So what's next? Old Ben, Ezra, and Kanan. Now, if this was Bastila, Ezra, and Kanan, I might think that this had a chance. The Old Ben lead is not a great lead. I think it's a shame that Kanan doesn't have a lead. He was definitely a leader of the Phoenix Squad. In fact, I believe he's Spectre 1, so why he does not have a leadership, I don't understand at all. In fact, I think each of the Phoenix characters should have a leadership, because if you watch the show Rebels, they take turns leading different missions. Ezra is a leader. Sabine is a leader. I think the only ones who never lead missions are Zeb and Chopper. But each of the other 4 lead missions during the show. So I think that would be a good way of revamping that squad. But you can see here that I'm just not doing much damage. I actually thought this might time out because they were not doing a whole bunch of damage against me. I was not doing a whole bunch of damage against them. I kept trying to go back to BB-8, and Finn kept taunting. Now there's healing immunity on Ezra, so that's not great. And then they get Illuminated Destiny. And once they get Illuminated Destiny, they just go crazy. That marks kind of the end of the battle. So at this point, I quit again. And I'm going to take in my Night Sisters. I've also got Wampa available. I've got JTR available. But I'm starting to think I might not get through this Jedi Training Ray. Starts off well with a stun on BB-8. But wouldn't you know it, they go right after Daka. I was really frustrated. It seems like maybe they've made the AI a little bit smarter recently. They tend to target Daka a lot more. And of course, there's no zombie on this team because I put zombie on defense with Asajj Ventress. But I've got the Plague out, and the Plague is starting to do work. I've got Finn into the red. Daka down into the yellow. But there goes Finn. So again, going back and forth here, them going after Daka, and me just waiting for the Plague to do its work. And it did. Plague was doing its work. We got a stun on Rey, and there she goes. So 19 banners. How bad is that? Alright, so at this point I was celebrating. I figure I've got the full clear in the bag. We've got 2 mediocre fleets, but I make a crucial mistake here. I should take my negotiator against Tarkin and take my home one against his home one. That would have been the sure bet, but I got fooled by the difference in galactic power. And I decide to go against home one with my negotiator. So this was just a tactical mistake. I was thinking that he might have Han's Millennium Falcon as a reinforcement. I've come across that several times before, where people have Han's Millennium Falcon come in as a reinforcement and they start Rey's Millennium Falcon instead. So I thought that maybe he was doing that. What I should have realized is that he was doing the same thing that he does with his characters, and that is he's saving the best for offense and putting the rest of them on defense. So he saved his Millennium Falcon, his Han's Millennium Falcon, for offense, and put the rest of the home one on defense. I got a 67 there. It was overkill. Didn't need any reinforcements whatsoever. I take my home one in with the Houndstooth. I still think that this is a fleet that should have won this battle. But things just do not go well. So I try and do the shield disruption against the spy, and he dodges. So I probably should have done it against Sunfac to begin with. Sunfac is the harder ship to kill, but I really would like to get rid of Spy. And again, Spy is dodging like crazy. They get all their crazy assists. And Houndstooth is immediately in trouble. In comes Cad Bane. I decided to bring in Cassian in order to try and get rid of Sunfac quickly, and I did, but I should have brought in the Phantom so that I could get in my next reinforcement more quickly. Now they focus down the Y-Wing. My Cassian crew is very undergeared, so Cassian's ship goes quickly. I did get rid of Spy. But they get in their reinforcement before I got in mine because I did not bring in the Phantom when I should have. And now I don't have much left. The ships that I put in as reinforcements and didn't use, they're gone. This is a huge flaw in the game right now. I didn't use those ships. I should be able to use them now, but I can't. The requirement to use 2 fleets on defense is, it doesn't make sense based on the number of ships that we have and the number required per fleet. Now, I know you're going to say, well, you're not required to take in the full number. That's true, but a full fleet is 7 ships. We have 8 capital ships. We only have enough ships to make 6 full fleets. So here, I didn't know which garbage to bring in. I brought in Lando's Falcon. I don't know why. I have never used this ship before in my life. I was just frustrated at this point. I got rid of Cad Bane. And then they just completely destroy me. I was hoping to get to Boba Fett's special. If I could have gotten off that concussion grenade, I might have been able to win. They got another reinforcement in. And there goes the Slave One. So now I'm really down to the dregs. I am scraping the bottom of the barrel. I did not use the finalizer because it's still only level 1. I haven't been able to level it up yet. These are the last of my ships. Wedge's X-Wing is only level 1. It goes real quick. Consular's gone. I think the bomber actually does get an attack here. Oh, there's a dodge. Surprise, surprise. There's another dodge. So I did not get the full clear. I was very angry. I am still very angry about it. It was my own fault. I did not play the correct counters. If I had just switched the counters, I would have easily beaten each of his fleets and would have gotten the full clear. But I was dumb. And I was frustrated and tired. It had been a long GAC. I was really irritated both at CG for making me use 2 fleets, and I was angry at Darkwolf for the way that he plays. The fact that he sets an FU defense, you know, one of these defenses that is not designed to actually win a match, that really angers me. It doesn't do you any good to play this way. You want banners. Banners are what get you rewards. If you're not going to win the match, at least try and get as many banners as you can in the loss. Playing like this you're not going to win, and you're not going to get any banners. You're screwing yourself as much as you're screwing your opponent. Don't play this way. It's not fun for you. It's not fun for your opponent. So I didn't expect Darkwolf to even attack. I thought I would look this afternoon after GAC ended and my entire defense would be standing. But with about 2 hours before the end of GAC, he did attack. He defeated my Huck squad, and then he defeated my Poggle squad. And then he attacked my Newt squad, and he lost. And then he quit. So that tells you all you need to know about Darkwolf. So thank you for the match, Darkwolf, and thank you all for watching. I know this was a really long video. I appreciate you sticking around, and I will see you in the next round.